Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
58. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the leg. 58 to Mike, 58.
On third down, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Throwing now is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, 55. Right there.
Murray with a third and long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Motion. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the 22, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. Touchdown, Ravens. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Murray now on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 64 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 46-yard line.
On second down and 4, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Kill. Watch the eye. Wait. That's it. Yo, I got it.
These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go.
7-7.
Down. 50. Plant. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hatchet. Jim. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Blue draw Corkers. Let's go.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. On second down, it's Hill. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Hey, Zoo. Mike's 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber, shoot!
Throwing again. Fitzgerald. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7. 36 to my defense.
Operating from the gun. Fitzgerald. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Go out. Switch it. Come on, switch it now.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. Who that? Watch 36 to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, tight down. There you go. Get it.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Fitzgerald got his man complete over the middle. It's Burgess. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
First down.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're not ready. Move. Y'all playing the wrong football. Fight 36.
from the gun. Fitzgerald. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
36 to Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Mike 36. Mike 36. I don't think you got it, son.
On first down, Fitzgerald. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch, hey, Delta.
2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burgess. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Bird. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We want it. Come to my work. Mike, check, 59. I'm on. You better bring it. Check 59.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Come on. Shit. Watch 36 to Mike. Hey, echo. 36, line 36. Hey, watch a slant. Ready?
To throw on third down, Fitzgerald. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hey, orbit. 56 to Mike, boys. 50. Hit it. 56.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
To throw again. Chapman eluding the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Go, go. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got it.
Back to throw. Chapman. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Exit. Check nine. 57 to Mike. 80 weapon. Hey, seam six. Shift. Switch. Safe. Hey, Foxtrot. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Chapman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first and 10, Fitzgerald. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Fitzgerald, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check. Hey, orbit. Check, Mike, 45.
Throwing again on second and 10. Fitzgerald. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
47 Mike, 47. Drop deep. Bravo. 47 to Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. You don't want none of it. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Throwing again. Chapman. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You better be ready.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No.
Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Zipper.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Let's get that ball.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chapman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Fielded at the 33. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60-yard.
Here we go.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Go.
36.
Get it.
2nd and 11. He sets to fire deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check 50. Bang, 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 bang.
61. Matchbox lights. Smooth.
53. 53.
Yes.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
No gain on this defense.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Chapman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check, 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 check.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Five.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Hill one more time. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
57 to Mike.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
57 to Mike. 57.
Looking to throw. Chapman. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, exit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. On 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ready?
On first down, Chapman flushed out right. And he's got a man here, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Under 10. 10. Greystone travel. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Back to throw. Chapman. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
All day, every day, any day.
Back to the air on second down. Chapman. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. What we got? Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Chapman. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
6-6, bullet high. Check. Lucky. Let's go.
They'll run. This is Hill. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey.
Looking to throw on second down. Chapman escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's get the ball.
Now.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Back to throw. Chapman. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
Watch the safety creep.
Watch twist.
Blue draw Corkers.
56. 56.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Hill to try again. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 14 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bravo.
To throw again. Fitzgerald, he's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Check, 47. Go.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Fitzgerald. The pass complete. It's Bird. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down. Fitzgerald. It's caught by Davis. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Go.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald, now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
36. Line 36. Go. Watch 36. 36 to punt.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And able to find Kirk complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
1st down, Arizona.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Check, 47. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, exit.
Check, Mike 47. Check, Mike 47.
I got you. I got you. 47.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and goal, Arizona.
50 points.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.